Welcome to Second Pour. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Zane.
And today we are going to try
Oilfire for the second time.
the second time. Why? Because we just finished an episode of Whiskey Pop.
Yes, we did.
Where we did try Oilfire, but we thought on Second Pour,
We want to dedicate more time to talking about the
whiskey
menagerie
itself,
of the
right?
whiskey.
That's
yes.
right. So we are going to pour ourselves a second run of this and see what we get out of it.
Yeah, so, hey, would you do me a favor and pour me just,
A smidgen.
I've already had one too many smidges. I'm actually feeling the sugar.
There is a lot of sugar.
I mean, I'm starting to act a little, whoa, Jerry!
Hang on, I gotta pour it first.
Okay. Actually, that was not an act. I've just been holding that back for about 35 minutes.
Now, Oilfire is probably a rare whiskey for most people.
Yeah, it's a local to us.
It's a local to us. It's regional. I know it's probably down into Texas and Kentucky and in Nashville area, Tennessee area, but I don't know how much further it goes than that.
I will say this before we even go into it. If you get a chance or have a way to order it or bring it in,
Yeah, I'd say try it for sure.
bring it in and try it, because this will be a good addition to your repertoire, especially with what you're going to share with friends and so on and so forth.
So I say let's smell it again.
Yes.
See if we get something new out of it and kind of go from there.
I seriously doubt we will, but let's see.
You never know.
No.
Yeah, okay, so the first right off the nose, you get a lot of
It's caramel corn.
caramel popcorn.
It's-
and yeah.
It's like I'm eating the best caramel popcorn made straight from a kiosk somewhere during the holiday season.
It's like, do you ever walk around in the mall? I don't know about your local mall, but they're like popping popcorn. And they have those bags you can buy. It smells like you're walking by the caramel end of that
I'm sure it's a
table.
rarity, but since we are a pop culture reference channel, in the 80s, they used to do the popcorn kiosks all the time, where you'd get cinnamon and cheese and all that different freshly made.
And you see that now when you go to sporting events. So if you go to a sporting event, they have those.
Do they even
popcorn
have
kiosks.
those anymore?
Not this year.
Not this year. Actually, hockey season is starting up.
Hockey season
again.
locally is getting ready to start. I was supposed to pick up my tickets this week.
Oh, did you get tickets? And that means a lot of people won't go, and then you'll have extra tickets, and then I get to wear my jersey for free going to your ticket.
Something like that. So anyway.
Okay, I agree with the smell. Do you pick up any other note?
I am picking up a little bit more of that toffee nut, kind of that peanut, cocktail peanut type kind of smell.
Ah, yeah, maybe so.
I think there's a hint of like hazelnut. I think if you think about when you drink coffee.
The dry nut.
Yeah, it's a dry nut. I mean,
Yes.
it's that dry nuttiness. I know some people say they smell maybe a little bit of peanut butter, but I think that's still kind of that same.
Okay, let's do this tasting.
So let's do this. Oh, it's super sweet. Super sweet.
No, it's definitely still very caramely, like traditional caramel flavor. This is a dessert. Instead of having a piece of cake, you're gonna drink some Oilfire.
I mean, I think it would be good with like maybe some chocolate fudge.
I feel like actually I drank this and I need some coffee to go with it.
Oh, I bet it tastes good in coffee. I bet this tastes really good in coffee.
That'd be a good try, but
Yeah,
sure.
I think hey, we have some coffee.
No, we can try it. No, it's definitely still very caramely, like traditional caramel flavor.
Well, I do know that it is a 70 proof, so the proof is pretty low.
Yeah.
Only 35% actual alcohol in it. It does have caramel coloring, so it does have what we term a fake tan.
Oh yes.
But I mean, it's not like it's straight up bourbon whiskey. It is. They're taking a rye whiskey
Yeah.
and they're blending it with their liqueur. Whatever their formula is for their liqueur.
And they're not trying to fool anybody with this. Straight up, I mean,
No.
It's clear that they're like, hey, we're making something sweet and good that, might appeal to a wide audience.
I will say I like this overall better than like the last peanut butter whiskey we tried.
Oh, hands down. This is a better quality mix of flavors.
Yeah, I think the peanut butter whiskey's trying to force peanut butter down your throat, where this is like, you know what, we're gonna let you decide what you're getting out of this.
Yeah.
It's not about what we can make you think you're getting, we're just gonna kind of let you guess at it.
Yeah. No, and like I said, I think it's a definite addition to a cabinet from anybody, especially when you have people coming over.
Yeah, I think if you got somebody who comes over your house who's not a standard bourbon drinker, whiskey drinker, scotch drinker, and they're like, well, I don't know, I don't really drink bourbons, or just really, I never found one I like. You might pull this out and they might be like, hey, when are we drinking again?
Yeah, no, but it's good. Again, it's like something like you have friends coming over. You have your Zima friends, for those of you who are Gen Xers.
Zima? We got some Jolly Ranchers around here too? Oh my gosh!
You know, those people who hadn't graduated yet, and they know they're 45 years old.
Barbie, why I go get my wheelchair?
Hey, that didn't date me. All that did was just say there's people that hadn't grown up yet.
Oh, it dated you, all right.
I'll put my foot in your ass.
Right now, there are people going, oh, I miss Zima and Ron Jolly Ranchers right now. We're talking to you guys.
But I'm just saying, there's so many people that don't experience or don't give enough time to bourbons and harsher quote unquote whiskeys that they just is gross, but give me rum and punch.
You know, my wife is not a big whiskey drinker, right?
Oh yeah.
She would be like, nah. But you know what? Hang on a second. Hey, Amanda. What? Come here. Come here.
You have to try.
Please come here. I want you to try this.
And here on Whiskey Pop.
Today on Whiskey Pop, we have a guest spot.
Not a desk spot, but a guest spot.
Oh, look. Hi, sweetie.
Yes. Oh.
How you doing, sweetheart?
You have to try it and give us your honest opinion. If you gag, it's okay.
If you gag, it's okay.
I don't usually gag.
So smell it.
Okay.
What's it smell like to you?
Kind of like toffee.
Ooh, toffee.
Yeah, toffee. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I can see that. So now you're gonna try it.
It's only the second time I've had it. The first time, not a great turnout.
As far as bourbon whiskey goes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
She's drinking the whole thing.
I mean, well, I didn't tell you to drink all of it. It's like just a drink a little bit. So how is that?
A lot of alcohol.
Well, that's why we call it alcohol.
That defeats the whole purpose.
She's gonna go back to her Zima now.
You know better than
So
me.
you've never had bourbon. You don't like bourbon. You don't really drink bourbon. Would
No.
this be something that would interest you in bourbon?
This actually was better than the first time.
Well, there you go. And guys, you don't hear that very often.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I mean, the biggest, that's what she said moment. And I'm just leaving it hanging right there. You picked the low-hanging fruit for a reason.
Hey, thanks, sweetie.
You're welcome.
It was so much better than the first time.
Oh, shit.
And now for our sponsor, Viagra.
Oh.
You raise me up. No, okay. I mean, this is different, so it's kind of hard to say I'm going to drink a lot of it, but
I mean, we are a whiskey channel. You know,
Yeah.
we talk a lot about whiskey. We drink a lot of whiskey. I don't think for me, it would be a whiskey I would drink every day.
no, but it's not something that I'm thinking. Well, let's put it this way: this is not, in my opinion, like what would be a Mellicorn.
Not that Mellicorn is bad, but it's probably not it's not the same thing.
The cult of Mellicorn.
Now this bottle runs around. Let me before you rate it. This bottle runs around $30, so it's not super expensive. It's cheaper than Mellicorn, and it runs about the same price as most standard whiskey flavored whiskeys.
It's $10 cheaper today than it was when it first came out.
Oh wow, so it's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, it was hard to get, first of all, and it was very small batch.
Okay, well I suspect it's not a huge batch, still being as regional.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still. So I would put this as when I decide I want to drink it.
Yeah.
Okay, it would be a solid 2-finger.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you on this one. I think this is a solid 2-finger for me. It's not something I'm gonna like, oh, I gotta have this today. It's not a daily drinker, but if it's in the cabinet and I haven't had it in a while, I'm be like, I want something kind of sweet tonight. I think I'd drink this.
Yeah, it's just the limitations to this one strictly for me is just because it's so sweet.
I mean, I know I have a peanut butter whiskey in the vault, and I would probably grab this before I grab that peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just so sweet. That's why it's hard for me to drink it on the regular. But I think it's quality done. It's a good flavor.
Yeah. I mean, what about...
It's a real good flavor.
What about you guys? I mean, think about this. We're starting to see a ton of these flavored whiskeys.
Yeah, we are.
These sweet flavored whiskeys. We're seeing peanut butter whiskeys. We're seeing tons and tons of these. Like, I think it was the Revel that's made of Canadian whiskeys that are made with flavors in them. Yeah. There's the smoky moonshine, old smoky moonshines with the flavors in them. There's a ton of this stuff being produced. Do you find that this kind of is your entry level for whiskey? Do you find that you like these more than whiskey, or you think these are like just kind of a fad thing that come and go?
I mean, I would be interested to hear what people say. I do know this has been around for half a decade, maybe.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not been around a long time.
Not a long time, but it's more than just a fad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just how you look at it. I mean, they must be growing.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Because, like you said, they were small batch before, and now they're readily available. I've seen it in every store I go into.
Yeah, I had passed over it because I didn't recognize the bottle.
So you said it looked different before,
Yeah,
right?
it was a completely different bottle.
So they've already updated the bottle, and that's clearly, I mean, and it's, hey, you know what? There's a plus to this. You know, a lot of these companies, they don't even put a real cork.
Yeah, right.
So this is, a cork. So, I mean, that's impressive within itself. I mean, there's some guys, they just twist off on this stuff. They don't care.
Yeah.
So
I think it's all right, though.
So, you know what? I mean, be sure, to like, subscribe our videos.
And let us know what you think about it, because if you've tried it and you're not in Oklahoma...
That's right, you're not in the Midwest.
I'd like to know where you found it, actually.
Yeah, it would be funny. If you had it before, did you travel in this area and get it? Or did you have somebody send some to you, like via olive oil in the mail?
Via Olive Oil Express.
Regardless of that, hey, we're just glad you're here and hope to see you again. In the meantime, you guys continue to be cool this week, and we'll see you next week with our next whiskey review.
Cheers.
Cheers.